The real winner of the U.S. Army's recent modular handgun system trials has been the American pistol consumer. These trials that the government puts on force firearms manufacturers to come up with new and better designs, and usually these pistols make it to the civilian market so that these companies can help recoup some of that R&D cost. The FN 509 is a pretty close representation of what FN submitted to the trials. However, FN has said that they further tweaked and improved the pistol even more before they brought it out for the civilian market. FN's tag phrase is the world's most battle-proven firearms, and I can't argue with that. They produce some of the most iconic guns of all time, from the SCAR to the PS90 to true legends like the FAL, the high-power M249 SAW, and the list just goes on. One thing that always seems true about FN guns is their nearly unmatched reliability and durability. They do some seriously extensive testing on their firearms and reportedly did 1 million rounds of testing on the 509. While we didn't test it quite that extensively, we did run 1,000 rounds through this 509 with zero malfunctions. We also ran all kinds of different types of ammo through it, from good factory stuff to reloads to steel case, and no matter what you gave it, the 509 just ate it up and ran flawlessly. FN has always been known for its quality firearms, and the 509 is no different. Just picking up the 509 and cycling it, you can feel the quality and tightness of fit in all the parts. I'm sure it'll be a big surprise to everyone who's watched the channel for some time, but I'm a huge FN fan and have been collecting their firearms for some time. The predecessor to the 509 is the FNS, which I always felt was a great gun that often got overlooked because I don't think FN promoted it very well. It's hard to miss some of the similarities from the FNS, and you could almost think of this as an improved FNS or a Gen 2. FN did make some key improvements to the FNS, which was already a very solid pistol in its own right. Probably the biggest improvement over the FNS would be the grip. The grip on the 509 has been contoured and tapered at the top, making the gun feel much slimmer than the FNS around the web of your hand. The texture has also been changed. There are now 3 different textures on the grip, and much less of the FN pyramid texture, which was pretty much everywhere on the FNS. The FN pyramid texture is pretty aggressive. By design, if the gun gets wet or slick in any way, it sheds that and gives the shooter a secure grip in any condition. However, some people complained about this texture and said it was too aggressive. While the pyramid texture never really bothered me, FN toned it down for the 509, giving a new texture to the front and back strap, which still gives good purchase while not quite as aggressive, and maintains the pyramids and their benefits on the sides of the grip. Then it just has a little subtle stippling where your thumb and finger wrap around the gun. All in all, this is a great grip that is comfortable while maintaining a secure purchase. The 509 also comes with an extra back strap that is flat and actually makes the grip considerably smaller. There is also a third back strap that makes the grip significantly larger, and while there are pictures of it around the web, I haven't found it available anywhere yet. However, the rounded back strap works nicely for me. I also like that FN is now retaining the back strap with a roll pin, which is much more secure than the way the FNS holds on back straps. Inside that nicely contoured grip, you'll find a metal magazine that holds 17 rounds, which is a couple more than most of the 509's competition. The magazines also have a bright orange follower that works very well as an empty chamber indicator. The magazines are also backwards compatible with the FNS, which is a really nice feature. FN has said that they are going to make the 509 floor plates available for purchase because if you change the floor plates on the FNS magazine, they will work in the 509. The size of the 509 is somewhat unique. The slide is basically the size of a compact and about the same as a Glock 19, while the grip is that of a full size, being about the same as a Glock 17. Something to consider if you plan on carrying the 509. I really like the way FN did the sights for the 509. The rear sight has a massive ledge on it so that you can rack it off of clothing or anything else should you need to. They are also a very usable 3-dot luminescent setup, and they have the same dovetail as the SIG P320, so should you want to change them, sights are already available. Another big improvement over the FNS is the cocking serrations. These new serrations are much larger and deeper and give the shooter a very good affirmative grip on the slide. The overall looks of the 509 I think are another big improvement over the previous FNS. In my opinion, I really like the new lines and design of the 509 and just think that it is a very attractive pistol. FN has long been known for its quality barrels, and the 509 barrel is no exception. The 509 has a cold hammer forged barrel with polished feed ramp and chamber. That means the barrel should last for a very, very long time, and the polished feed ramp and chamber help with the phenomenal reliability. The barrel also has a target crown and a flare on the barrel, which I think is to make the lockup tighter, which should help with the accuracy, and it must be working because the 509 is extremely accurate. I wouldn't expect anything less from FN, but accuracy is very good out of the 509. The gun is naturally pointable and gets on target quickly and easily.
Damn.
I missed one. One of my favorite things about the 509 is actually the packaging. I love the simple cardboard box with a pistol rug. To me, the pistol rug is actually a usable item to keep your pistol protected on the way to and from the range. Most other pistols come in hard plastic cases that are just big, clumsy, and useless. Do you know what it would look like if I used hard cases to get guns to and from the range? Another really good feature of the 509 is it is fully ambidextrous right out of the box. It has slide releases on both sides of the gun that actually function extremely well from both sides. It seems like that wouldn't be a hard thing to do, but looking at some of the 509's competition, it must be. There's also a mag release on both sides of the pistol right out of the box. They've enlarged it from the FNS and added some really nice texture to the mag release. While it is great that FN offers an ambi mag release right out of the box, I have to be honest, this is one thing I'm not really a fan of. The design isn't great in my opinion and doesn't very positively release the magazines. It's one of those things where if you're trying to do a quick reload and don't quite hit the mag release just right, it doesn't release the mag. As long as you very affirmatively hit it, you'll never have a problem though. And it can't be that big of a deal since I have an FNP, an FNX, an FNS, and now a 509 with that exact same design, and I keep buying them. It's just one of those things that I wish they would have changed. Okay, so let's talk about the trigger for a second. Out of the box, it was pretty gritty, but as we put rounds through it, it smoothed out very nicely. FN says the trigger will weigh in at about 5.5 pounds to 7.5 pounds, and that's a pretty broad range. Mine is pulling at a very crisp 6 pounds, and I really like the break. I also like the design of the trigger itself. It's hinged more like that of a Smith & Wesson M&P, but I feel the design is better than the Smith, and it doesn't have a safety running through the middle of it like a Glock, which I also like. On actual pull weight, it's a little heavier than some of its competition. The reset isn't exactly great either. However, please don't get me wrong, it isn't a bad trigger for a service pistol. It's a very smooth and usable trigger, and I would say that I would definitely take this trigger over a Glock. And I'd say that it's probably about on par with the SIG P320. There's a lot of competition on the market right now, and I would say that if you're just judging the gun on the trigger alone, there are probably some better ones out there. However, I think you need to look at a gun as the sum of its parts, and while the trigger in the 509 might not be the best available, I feel that the overall build quality and ergonomics make it a great overall package, and yet another very solid contender in the crowded striker-fired 9 market. Shooting the 509 is great. The recoil impulse is very pleasant, the sights are easy to pick up, the gun is naturally shootable, and the 509 is very accurate.
Pretty damn good.
While the 509 is an extremely solid offering, it is among some very elite competition. If this pistol had come out a year ago, I would have said it was easily one of the best pistols available. With so many great pistols coming to market here recently, the 509 is another great option. I'd like to thank Double Tap Training Grounds for letting us shoot a portion of the video there, and if you're anywhere in the central Alabama area, be sure to check them out in Calera, Alabama. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit like, share it on your social media, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you live in the central Alabama area, be sure to stop by and see Shane and my other friends at Birmingham Pistol Wholesale. Also, be sure to check out Gun Prime. Gun Prime is a great website for the firearms enthusiast. They have all kinds of stuff and always have great deals going on. Be sure to check them out. I'll have a link in the description. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I'm always posting stuff there for upcoming reviews and trying to get feedback from you on what you guys want to see. Also, be sure to check out Grunt Style Clothing. They're a veteran-owned clothing company making some awesome shirts. And check out Brownells for all your firearms needs. The links are in the description, and those links are the best way to help us out here at the channel. Thanks again for watching, guys.